back, everybody. Hello, friends. It's Mr. Fox Crimson here. This is it. This should be the last episode of Satisfactory. Just to show you what's going on here. Texture change. Let me show you what's going on here. So, when we last left off, you may remember I have 3 belts running here into the Space Needle, the space elevator. Well, we've done it. 4,000 assembly director systems. Now, these sucked. Getting the automatic assembler there, the first piece, took me days of leaving this game running to get the materials I need to make enough of them. Everything else was easy, even the nuclear pasta using the particle accelerator. But here we go. I'm excited. This will pretty much be endgame, I believe. Love watching this thing work. That's the last parts. How do we turn this? There it is. And that should be the completed parts. There was no other tier to finish. No more. Done. So it said when you complete it, though, you get a reward in the fix-it shop. Okay. Attachments. Foundations. Vehicles. Organization. Statues. Equipment. As you see, as we've unlocked things, they've given me more, so I don't want to deal with buying them. There it is. Oh my god, that's glorious. There it is. For starters, you know, we need to buy the Fix-It coffee cup. Right? And there's the big one, the Employee of the Planet Cup. This limited edition cup is only awarded to those pioneers who have completed the last available stage of project assembly in its early design stage. A shiny little cup allowing extra hard work pioneers to enjoy a cup of well-deserved coffee while they wait for what the future will bring. Give me 2 of them. I love it. Wait, did that just ding against my helmet? Let's overlook this place. Let's get up nice and tall and overlook the place. And then we'll do a quick tour, because I think we're pretty much done. I did add a radar tower, by the way, not that I needed it. Yep. There everything is. So, let's do this. Your coffee doesn't even spill when you're going down. Look at that, that's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. And now, this is what else we want to put down too. Yep, the Satisfactory Pioneering. I want to pick it up and change it. I think put it in a different spot. Do. Satisfactory Pioneering. Yep. How about a quick tour? Let's see if I have the materials I need to build another car. Some bacons. I forgot how nice it was to have my bare hands. It's been a while. We did everything in the MAM. So we need beacons. Other thing. let's go get a refill, and we'll do a quick tour of the place. So you can see the whole base in its entirety, what we've done, and the scope of this place. Okay, we're fully loaded. So, as you know, this is home base. Home base here. This is where we started with the iron plant and the copper plant, which have built everything. And then we expanded this tier, which is the tier 2 materials, which is rods and screws and things like that, and plates. This is reinforced plates and some of the newer computer parts, frames and so on. Up here is tier 4, 5, and 6 for heavy frames and so on. And then, if I can get out from under here, I should have left a hole in the ceiling. Wait, we can go this way. And then over here is the master assembly system. The nuclear pasta machine, which is currently turned off. Don't need it. So we'll leave you running at least. This is where we made all the advanced parts, and you can tell by the amount of stuff I need to do how many conveyor belts are running here. Yep. You can see the warehouse facility that runs across the offshore, and all the materials we had to pipe in here because we weren't getting enough materials for anything until we built it. But yeah, this is the upper floor of my facility. Second facility here. Now I can still encapsulate this, and I have added some lights, but not really a lot of design work into this. Didn't do much fluffing out, except for the glass floor, which I loved that. Which you have to buy in the fix-it shop. I agree with you. Coffee is glorious, friend. I got myself my new dad's present from my kiddo. Don't mess with Daddy Sore, so you get your ass kicked. So the next thing we did is, after I got this completed, we need power. Basic biofuel power generator didn't work, so we had to run across and get coal power. So we unlocked the tech and the technology. Built this giant ramp here. And a secondary ramp, which I'll show you here. So I first built that ramp over there, which went up and through to explore over there. There was a single coal plant over there. Kind of whatever, you know. Which you can see we do run here. So this coal plant is also feeding another part of my base, which I'll show you in a moment. We then built, the second thing we built was coal, which is these two coal things. This, until we got the nuclear plant, ran all my power. Two simple coal generators. Now over here, which is a later game development, and you can tell by the design, from my early stuff to my later stuff. This here is another aluminum processing plant. This is making batteries. I'll give you a quick tour of this here. So this plant is processing batteries pretty efficiently, I believe. Are we not voiding the water anymore? We may not be using the sulfuric acid. Yeah, see, we're not getting water in here for some reason. Alumina solution. Batteries, I think it's full. That's why, it's full on batteries. So this was a battery plant. All this was designed to do is make batteries. Hold on a second, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Yep, so that makes batteries. It makes aluminum cases. And we'll just continue up here. Over there is a fracking site, so I couldn't build on the oil over here until I got fracking. That's a plastics plant, exclusively for making canisters and bauxite for aluminum. Uh-oh. Excuse me, got the sneezes. Woof. But yep, this is my aluminum plant for batteries. Now, I could have gone ahead and used the plastics and so on, but I'm just voiding it all. Any excess overflow just gets voided. It's so much easier than trying to get by and be efficient. I'm sure with enough gameplay and experience I can become more efficient in my plant. But yeah, that one's a little more clean, a little more compact from experience. Now we're gonna take a small detour. I'll run it back for you. Oh hey, I forgot there's another giant coal vein here. I didn't need that third one after all. Oh my god, car, come on. We discovered how to kill these plants with explosives. Alright, so you'll see we drive over here. I should have gone the other way. Oh my god, car, we stuck. Please tell me we're not stuck. We're stuck. Unbelievable, we're stuck. Hang on a second, guys. Let's fix this problem. We're stuck. So you'll see over here, that giant bridge system out there. We're gonna just go ahead and drop this car off like so. So what you're seeing over here, this is my sulfur plant. Now I didn't really need sulfur for this game. I mean, the simple sulfur plant, some more coal to make black powder. But what's also over here, way far down, and we'll jump down, I'll show you. The way I move, you can tell I've been playing this for a bit now. Okay. The very far end of this giant catwalk, and we'll take it back to show you how long of a distance it is the quartz crystals we needed to begin quartz processing. Now, which is silly of me, I didn't know that there were more quartz nearby. So we'll fly up here. Early in the beginning of the series, I went exploring through a little sub-cave, and how uneven it was and how much it was. I didn't like the way the cave felt. I didn't want to go out there. Well, all the way down at the end of this was my first quartz plant. Yep, here it is, the very first quartz plant we ever made. It served us quite well, actually. This, for the most part, provided me all my silica. It has been consistently providing me my silica on a minor Mach 2 for my circuit board production. And as you can tell, it was a build. Because I had to build around here, build down this passageway, take this turn, this is when we were kind of just starting out with concrete too. You can tell by a lot of it. It's short. These are also tier 1 power poles. And you can see off in the distance there, that's the thermal generator we got from unlocking the MAM technology. Low grade power, but it makes for a little backup. I wanted to build it because it looks cool. Yep, and this feeds all the way down to base. Doink. Yep, this is processing multiple levels for materials for me. Now to run this giant, massive amalgamation of a factory, well, we need power, right? So this here is our massive power infrastructure. So all those coal runs out of these coal plants. Being that, amazingly, coal's more efficient than fuel by far. And you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, 18, 24, 24 coal plants are running, which was the bulk of my power for the longest time. Yeah, that coal goes in, the water being pulled here. And then from here, this was an early build. We found it in research in the MAM. This used to just be a single factory running all the way down the way you can see. This used to be a single, like I said, a single processing facility that ran all the way from, where is it? This little guy here was a Quatarium plant. That's it. That is a copper plant all the way over there. And that ramp just goes to explore. This area here is my Quatarium and advanced computer part processing until we get back to circuit boards. I'd like to see if I can build a... I don't need to now. It's not important. I'm going to put a radio tower here, but whatever. But yeah, this is making my AI limiters and stuff. Never really finished this area. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to, but I never decorated it up. I put some lights because it looks cool in the distance with the lights. Alright, so the next part of this that I'm going to show you is my favorite. I had to think, we built every single one of these machines, gathered all the resources, mined it, set up automation. Grant is insane. This is most of my resources for the advanced processing all coming from here. So this is the warehouse transport. I built this just to get across this giant river, and then it just turned into a structure, and then I enclosed it and put lights in it. That way this doesn't feel like a warehouse, a fully automated warehouse. I love this. This is one of my favorite just general builds, you know. Put a little gas station here for refilling the car when I transport. I thought about building a pipeline system underneath that could run and give solid biofuel to it, because regular fuel is not efficient. Over here is Quatarium offshore processing. Not Quatarium, well, copper offshore processing. I'm sorry. You'll see down here there's a copper plant, a couple of them that are feeding these containers, which are splitting into these machines. I'm processing out plates, ingots, you name it. This is actually sending back, it's also an iron, sending back screws, copper plates, wires, which I'm just not high enough demand. I don't make enough high demand. But yep, this is copper processing. Offshore. This is one of my offshore facilities, as I call it. I never did build a better ramp for it. Now I did feel like I wanted to encapsulate this whole thing, you know, to make it match up with this structure. It would look really cool. It would be all connected together into one giant warehouse type facility. It would look awesome. Because underneath I have attached some of the pillars, the cosmetic looking pillars, to make it look real. And you'll see that here. And I've done that on this section there. See that silver pillar there? It's just cosmetic, but it looks cool. And I've embedded them into the rocks. And it just, you know, it gives this place a little more of a real feel. Even though the physics don't work like that. They don't need support of that nature, which would be interesting if they did. I mean, I've debated with doing it over here on this plant. But I'll show you what this ramp's about too. Welcome to fluids processing. Another offshore platform, as I call it. I'm actually rather proud of this one. This is where I learned how to do and set up plastics. Now it's easy, but when I first set it up, as my other car. Okay, you know, since we're here, thank you. So that's processing out oil. Now I've had a little bit more experience with how the oil and fluids work. Once I figured how they worked and had the right tech, you know, I've been able to run plastics without a problem. This all runs back to spawn. It's all merged, all together. If I really wanted to keep this plant going, I could just void everything. Voiding petroleum coke, I'm making rubber. So this whole thing got redone because I just was being so inefficient with it. And now it's super efficient. This over here was another bit of a challenge. This is my original aluminum processing plant. Now this has undergone a couple of revisions. I'm voiding the silica for the most part that these machines make. So they process the aluminum solution from the bauxite, and I void the silica, and then I void the water as well. I found a way to make that work. This facility here is making more plastics, which is actually just feeding this. These crafted containers. These containers go over here, process all the water overflow, which is dumped into the sink. See, this used to be doing fuel, so I found fuels were very inefficient. And I forgot I actually have this little container out here too. Yeah, well, this was all stuff I didn't care about. This is a container of plastics that I just never needed. I kept forgetting about it, mainly. So, yeah, grab that now. Clean up your mess, you know? There we go. Silica, I saw that get out of my inventory. Okay, cool. Yep, this was another plant that was just doing some fuel, some amount of power. Just not efficient. I wiped it all out, redid the whole thing. But yeah, this is my aluminum processing plant. The original one. And there's the big sky bridge. Now let me show you about this crazy sky bridge. When I originally built my... Oh boy, I forgot this one's a bit of a tricky area to navigate because of how it's made. I never bothered to expand the platform out. Originally, when I built from the base to find my coal deposits, I found the main coal deposit, which runs my coal generators, and then a second sub-deposit, which I'm running, which fuels my steel production, until I found another one. So, but that, again, that's, you need all those parts. This is a massive platform. This is transporting bauxite. Now, I found bauxite really early, but I couldn't do anything with it. It was a tier 8 unlock, tier 7, tier 8 unlock. This platform connects back to base on this junction here. It was not originally designed that way. I expanded this all out. That runs all the way back to bauxite, to a bauxite plant, which runs all the way back. Believe it's, yeah, that runs a bauxite plant that runs all the way down and around to fuel my aluminum plants. I needed water, hence fluids processing, fluids and aluminum. This is a coal plant which is fueling those extra coal boilers, and you need coal for some of the advanced crafting, which runs over to fluids processing. Look how long this goes. That's why I have to be careful, because I never finished this platform. It's single wide. This is very much not how I do my builds. All my builds tend to have double platforms, so you don't drive off or walk off by accident. That was my steel processing plant, right there. You notice how we have that huge bunch of up and down overlay? Now we're not going to go over there, because I don't want to waste it. That actually leads to where I get my uranium ore from. So I have a uranium ore plant that runs over to my uranium field, which we're going to take a look, and then we'll close Satisfactory. We'll put an end to the session, to this video. Yep. That gas field scared me when I first saw it. I'm like, oh my god. Well, I got the materials to handle it now. Now, if you don't know how this factory is built, it's very easy to drive off the edges. This is why I put safety rails up on some of these things for myself, because I have driven off some of these edges. Just not paying attention. And you gotta admit, look how pretty this is. Oh yeah, the train system you say set up. I finally set one up last last session. It was fun to do, you know. And there's so much more you can do with this game, like logistics. You can use the train for logistics. You can use these cars on autopilot. You can set up drones now that I've got the batteries. I just haven't. There we go. So this giant pipeline, I needed more crystals. I need more quartz to power my aluminum and other things like that. That's what this one's back. But this pipeline, now this is where things get strange. This is a nitrogen gas pipeline. Nitrogen gas is not affected by distance, unlike fluids. You can run a pipe like this almost continuously as far as it can go. But what I did is just to ensure flow and overstock, I ran pipes as far as they could kind of go, and then occasionally spat in tanks, as you see here, just to make sure that I had adequate flow. I don't have any pumps, so the gas just fills the pipes and goes. All right. Now this is where things get a little more dangerous. Yes, that's a nuclear reactor. Over here, whoa. Over there is the quartz. Now, I'm not going to be able to give you an aerial flyby in this place because it's too radioactive for that. So at the far end of that ramp is a quartz facility, which you saw me coming here. Wow, I didn't. Oh my. Ow. Wow, I did. I not expect the radiation to come out this far. It hasn't before. What? I wonder why it's so bad. So the radiation is from the nuclear fuels and things I'm processing. I have 13 filters. Yeah, I'll show you guys a quick tour of the nuclear plant. You used to be able to drive right to here and still be okay. Wow. Wow. So let me show you what this is. This entire facility is dedicated to running these nuclear plants. This one is currently off. I'm going to turn it back on at 40% power. Well, 35, because I can't get enough water to pump into it to keep it running at full speed. This entire place is run by this poor generator here, and it is at full capacity. It just can't get enough water out to keep everything cold. At least not for making the acids I need for it and everything like that. Now, this was a coal system I didn't use. This here was very important. This is sulfur. Sulfur makes sulfuric acid in these mixers here. Let me see if I can get up here and get you a better view. Oop. Yep, so you can see from here, this is making sulfuric acid. And there's a big tank of this stuff, which is blending there to make all sorts of different things, like the uranium, to make the uranium rods to run the reactors. Now that one's only running at 35%, right? These guys, I have two over here. You only saw the one. This one and the one over there are running at full power. Huh. That's the uranium coming in. Those are the fuel rods running to the reactors. I have a water fracker, which is filling both of these. Wow, so much radiation we are burning through filters pretty quick. Alright, so up top, no, I'm actually really blown away at how much radiation is being pumped out here. Up top, this should not be this high. I don't know what's causing this. Because I know this used to be a safe area. Wow. I bet you it's those. I'll show you where the radiation is probably coming from. This up here was the very first experiment with nitrogen gas. That went fast. So that is a fracking system pumping out of all these nitrogen generators. I actually have one I'm not even using because I didn't need to. I mean, they're all connected to this piping system, and that's just full all the time. And yep, I just straight ran pipes right down. No ifs, ands, buts, ors, nada. If you can pipe it without doing anything, here it is. You know, here we go. This is how I get rid of my nuclear waste. That's right. This entire upper facility, see, you can see the nuclear plant down there. This processes all the nuclear fuels. This is what gets rid of the waste, I should say. That's toxic as heck over here. This guy here is actually making plutonium fuel rods. These are heat sinks. I actually should pipe them out here, but I'm not going to bother. The nuclear fuel that runs this is plutonium rods. Encased plutonium cells. This guy takes plutonium pellets. Plutonium pellets come out of here. Mrs. BBB, is that you coughing? Oh, this is just recording. She can't hear me. I'm used to live streaming this. But yeah, this is all run off here. Now the system is currently not producing any more nuclear fuel rods because I don't have heat sinks, which is a gigantic problem. As you see, these industrial containers are getting a bit on the full side. So if I wanted to continue playing this game, I would need to set up aluminum processing somewhere or just pipe my heat sinks to continue creating the plutonium fuel rods and get rid of this radiation and get rid of some of this processing. I don't think I have any heat sinks on me either. No, I don't. Or I would stuff it in here. And how you get rid of radiation in this game is you simply just create the fuel rods, the plutonium ones from the uranium waste and all the stuff, and then you void the plutonium fuel rod in the sink. There's other ways which are exploitive to get rid of it. I'm not doing that. Now, let's go down. I can't really take my car because the waste is ridiculous. And I'll show you here how all this is being fed. Well, yeah, we're going to complete the base tour by showing the last piece of this giant mess of a conglomeration here. I cannot get over how bad the radiation is. They warn you that the radiation can get bad. Like, look at that. What would be really cool is that if they add lead to the game and do lead enclosed catwalks for transporting nuclear fuels. There, out of the radiation zone. This here is supplementing the nuclear facility, really. This is making all the odds and ends it needs to continue nuclear processing. Steel, concrete, copper, iron, things like that. I ran out of power at one point, so there's a small little power grid down there running off a coal plant right there. Yep. And that's just a couple of miners down there. And I was planning on moving the nuclear fuels down here, put the reactors right there, so I can maintain the water, but didn't care to. But that's it, friends. This is Satisfactory completed. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching this series through. I really enjoyed making it. And please, if you enjoyed the content, hit the like, comment, subscribe button. And you know what? I'll catch you all in another game. Have a good one. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. Did you enjoy today's content? please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe for notifications. And while you're waiting for more content, please check out the rest of my videos on my channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Have a good one.